wrote this story with Alana Haim in his brain. I think she exuded just an incredible force. It was sort of inevitable. I think she just, in her person, is incredibly performative and amazing and powerful. So I think he always knew she would be in the movie. They did audition a bunch of kids for the Gary role. Originally, he was written to be actually quite younger. And so I think Alana had a whole bunch of chemistry reads with kids, and nothing was feeling right. It was kind of awkward. And Paul and I started talking early on about the idea of Cooper, and avoided it and avoided it and avoided it and avoided it. And finally, he sent it to Cooper with the idea of like just getting his thoughts. And then Alana was going to come to New York, and they were going to do some readings. And he was like, maybe you could just read the lines with Alana and just help me. And Cooper was like, okay, kind of suspicious. They read, and they went out on the street, and they ran around together, and Paul filmed all of it. And I think at the end, I think Paul knew it, but Alana was like, I think that's Gary, right? I think the one like final moment of like solidifying them as Gary and Alana was their first day on set, which because of Bradley Cooper's availability was the Bradley Cooper scene. Paul had purposefully kept them apart so that they had no interaction with Bradley and had no rehearsal with Bradley specifically, and just started rolling. And Bradley comes storming around the corner, and he's like, who's in charge here? And I think Cooper describes it as being like, holy shit. I was so genuinely terrified. But on that first day, I think, they were, not only did it bind Gary and Alana, because I think they were like, what have we gotten ourselves into? But I think they also in that moment had like a first foray into acting. They were like, oh my God, that's acting, which was helpful. Anyway, but, they were scared, they were bonded, and that sort of launched them into the rest of the very long shoot.